Hi guys, and we're back, and we have this Necronomicon book, the Wandering of Alhazared.
Right, this is the Donald Tyson Necronomicon. This is a good book for anyone interested in this subject, the Wanderings of Alhazared. So we're going to give you some wisdom of the Necronomicon today, right? So we're going to read from the first chapter called Howlings in the Desert. Go ahead and open up this powerful book here. And read from this part right there, son. Go ahead. Yeah.
Turn not your mind from night fears, but embrace them as a lover. Let terror possess your body and course through your veins, with its heady intoxication to steal your judgment, your very reason. In the madness of the night, all sounds become articulate.
Right, so it says, turn not your mind from the night fears, but embrace them as a lover. In the madness of the night, all sounds become articulate, which means you will be able to comprehend. Right, so in the last Necronomicon video, we talked about doing your own personal shadow work, which is delving into the deep subconscious and unseen aspects of yourself in the process of gaining the uncovered knowledge of yourself when you go deep within, right? Right, and so this has to do with facing your own deep-seated fears. You got to dive deep. You got to face the demons within. You know what I'm saying? These are your lower aspects of yourself who are actually going to help you become a better person once you conquer them.
Yeah.
And that's what the shadow work's about. Right.
Okay.
All right, read this part right here.
When you have lost yourself in the wasteland of unending nothingness, the night things will come.
Right, so when you've lost yourself in the wasteland of unending nothingness. So this is Necronomicon shadow work. It's like the Cliffoth work, similar type of thing, you know. You get to know your higher self, but you got to go through the dark furnace to burn away the unneeded aspects of the ego or false sense of self, or the illusionary baggage that is known as the ego. This is the necessary process in becoming a master or ascending to your higher self. You got to be hungry to achieve the mastery. Right? You got to have hunger for achieving oneness with your divine higher self.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Right.
All right, read this section right here. Go ahead, son.
Of all pains, hunger is the most useful since it gnaws unceasingly, like the worm in the tomb.
It says, of all pains, hunger is the most useful since it gnaws unceasingly, like the worm in the tomb. Go ahead.
It is the gateway upon an emptiness vast and endless. No matter the quantity or kind of food, it is never filled up. All living creatures are but embodiments of hunger. Man is a hollow tube, ingesting food at
Ingesting food. All living creatures are but embodiments of hunger. Right? Man is a hollow tube ingesting food at one end and excreting waste at the other. Right.
How is it possible for man to be other than empty?
Right. That means how is it possible for the ego to be other than empty or hungry?
Yeah.
Right? Keep on reading.
As it is for the body, so it is also for the mind. The natural condition of the mind is emptiness. All efforts to fill it are temporary diversions that fail to deny this truth.
Right. So this means that in the cleansing process, these deep, dark aspects of the subconscious within are going to eat away and devour the excess baggage associated with the ego. And this is like the exercise of doing your own personal shadow work that the Necronomicon here is referring to, right? So you gotta let the demons eat away at the ego. It's chow time. The demons gotta eat up what's not necessary. You know, these are really dark aspects of yourself, eating and digesting the egotistical things that aren't needed. So it's a demonic feast that's going on. It's a frenzy.
Yes.
You know, you gotta find your higher self once the extra egotistical baggage is digested and becomes excrement, right? And excrement eventually produces new life.
Right.
All right, let's read this next section right here. Pick it back up where you left off.
To learn arcane wisdom is the simplest of tasks. Purge the mind with terror. Purge the body with pain and hunger. Take yourself out into the empty spaces of the world that express in their limited way the same qualities as the empty spaces between the stars. The things that dwell there are ever watchful. They exist only to teach.
They exist only to teach.
After terror comes despair, and in despair, the language of the shadows is unintelligible as you empty your mind to self. The night creatures fill it with their wisdom.
Right, so it says, purge the mind with terror, purge the body with hunger. Right?
Right.
It says, that express in their limited way the same qualities as the empty spaces between the stars. As you empty your mind of self, the night creatures fill it with their wisdom. All right, go ahead, pick it back up right there.
The wisest of these creatures is the black beetle that lives on the dung of others. Dead food is better than food that is living, since its essence is nearer to the ultimate state of decay to which we all tend. From corruption arises new life. Fill yourself with corruption, and from it you shall be reborn. Even as the fungi arise and glow with radiance on the faces of the dead who have rested in their tombs, a span of years emulate the beetles and the worms, and learn their teachings. Eat of the dead, lest you be consumed by the emptiness. The living cannot teach the dead, but the dead can instruct the living.
Right, so it says, from corruption arises new life.
Right.
From excrement decomposed like manure, new life comes. Right? Fill yourself with the corruption, and from it you shall be reborn, right? So you're facing your own internal darkness. Emulate the beetles and the worms. Learn their teachings. Learn the wisdom of the beetles and the worms. Eat of the dead, lest you be consumed by the emptiness, right?